This year's National Main Street Conference was held in Kansas City late in March. Wyoming Main Street took about 16 communities that involved 65 people for the best practices workshop prior to the conference. We always like to select 4 communities of different sizes so that our communities can relate to them. We visited Odessa, Kearney, Chillicothe, and Warrensburg this year. We typically go into the community and tour it, and then we will meet with the community leaders and the Main Street groups also, so they can teach us about their successes and failures and what they've learned. Upstairs housing, mural projects, sound systems, those are all ideas that have been picked up at Best Practices Workshop and brought back to Main Street communities in Wyoming.
We were a struggling community, like a lot of rural communities, just outside of Kansas City.
As a community as a whole, we struggle because we are so close to Kansas City.
Vacant buildings, not much economic growth.
A lot of the work was being done on the interstate. And again, you start losing that heart, the center of your town, and then it becomes, the character starts to erode.
There's so much stuff to be accomplished and be done, but you don't have the money or the funding to do it. There was nothing really to brag about here in Odessa. That's not the case anymore.
This large complex in the middle of our downtown, which was languishing for 10 years, has been rejuvenated just in the last couple of years with one major investor.
Because of the efforts of downtown, Odessa, Missouri Main Street, and building and property owners, investors here in the community, we've kind of become an oasis out in the rural areas.
Just in the last 2-3 years, we have a local entrepreneur who bought the plaza and rejuvenated it with 2 showcase businesses. One's a culinary academy, and one is where we are today, the Reserve on Jefferson, which is a boutique and restaurant.
What property owners and business owners did was they came through and really wanted to get back to the history of the community, what it was originally.
We have been able to do 46 facade renovations in partnership with our downtown business owners. So we help them pay, and it helps us because we're able to keep our downtown beautiful.
We were about 30% occupancy prior, about 4 years ago. Right now we're sitting about 90%.
We are at a 4% vacancy right now, I think, as opposed to 25% 10 years ago.
The streetscape of our downtown will continue to propel the businesses that are already downtown and entice others to invest in Odessa. If they see that the city is investing in downtown, they will want to invest their money in downtown.
We value our downtown. It's one of our most amazing assets for visitors to come. It's a gatherings place, a place where we can hold our events. It's truly a great place.
People talking about how they're seeing their friends and neighbors again, and they hadn't seen them in years because they were all so busy going out of the town for the services and the amenities that we weren't investing in.
Before, we were always truly a bedroom community, and we still are to a certain degree, where folks just come here to sleep, and you know, kids participate in youth sports, but any sort of entertainment or any time they spent together was always in a different town.
And really, it's about creating traditions again, and activities for the families to come and be together and gather in this community rather than sleep in this community and go elsewhere for those experiences.
We try to reach out to a lot of other communities that have been in the program for a long time, so we can avoid trying to reinvent the wheel on a lot of things.
We're very lucky in Chillicothe that we have many entities working for a common good. Our chamber, our tourism, Main Street, city and county government, private organizations and foundations that all work together.
We are really partnering and working together, and I think that has been the biggest improvement.
We want to share with other folks and other city leaders and organizations and Main Street organizations. It's an incredible honor to host Wyoming. It's an incredible honor for our downtown Odessa organization and their volunteer staff. They do such a tremendous job and they work so hard.
It was so much fun. Honestly, more fun than I imagined.
And we are just so happy to have all of our friends from Wyoming here, able to show off our community and share knowledge.
Even our proprietors are like, wow, this is special, this is neat, why don't we do more of this?
I have been to Wyoming. I've played a lot of baseball in Wyoming. I played in Cody and Sheridan.
I think I've driven through in the middle of the night, a long night.
But I was just looking at your book, and it's now on my bucket list. So
These skies are beautiful. I just even remember at night, like all the stars. It was quite fantastic.
I haven't been to the town with the antler archway, so we're gonna have to talk about that as far as what our archway is gonna look like. I don't know it may be hubcaps or something, but
I hear a lot of great things about Wyoming. I didn't know, so I think I need to make a trip.
Wyoming's been so friendly and so good to us, and we just hope they've had a really good time and learned a few things.